Ahoy, hoy.
What's happening?
Man? Not much. How you doing, dude?
Oh, fantastic, man. Rolling right along. What's up with you, dude?
Oh, fantastic, man. Like, come on. Don't give me that shit.
Yo-Yo Dine. What's up, dude? They'll be popping in a little bit later to talk about the Outlaw Toy Syndicate. Was that what that was? Did I get that
Outlaw
right?
Plastic Syndicate. Come on, B.
Hey, come on. I know.
Hey, come on. But yeah, Yo-Yo Dine, Grayskull, two beautiful faces going to be joining us this evening. Hence to meet, obviously. In a mo or two, is going to come in and hang out with us as well.
Nice.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a fun night. And in the chat there, I don't know if you saw, we have a bunch of those homies hanging out with us too, like Hive on Fake Name and fucking Fucks Toys and 8-Bit Mike and Eric Foger's Pedals and Brilliant Demon. And did you see that Brilliant Demon piece that they just dropped recently? The fucking Micronauts kit bash.
Blitz Receptor. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
That was sick. That yes, I did see. I think I just saw that today. But yes,
it just dropped today.
Very cool.
Jazz Wizard, what's going on? Kimberly Wong, what's going on? Lynn's the rap boy. Dude, Lynn's, what are you doing? Every time I see you in there, I'm like, shouldn't you be at work or fucking just waking up or just going to bed? Or Toys and Tits, what up? Grayskull Toys, what up? Yo-Yo Dwayne, what up? Abaddon 40, what is going on? Sorry.
Oh, all good, man. I was just gonna say, speaking of Lynn's the rap boy, dude, I think everybody probably saw the bootleg Toy Co. He had a little thing going on recently about what figure to make next, and the Lynn's the rap boy one, I believe. That one won. It's going to be a 6-inch vinyl figure. That's going to be sick, dude. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. The Axel Ooze one. Is that what we're talking?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Axel Ooze.
You know what? That may be the name. Yeah, I didn't see that in there, but that could be it.
Where is it here? Boom. 6-inch Rat Boy figure, an old sculpt with some new details. Shoes hand sculpted by Deep Pruitt. 4-point articulation or a new sculpt altogether. Ubikiri Tenome Static. I put that making me feel like I don't know words here. But yeah, well now I have seen it.
Yeah, dope. That's gonna be cool. So that'll be coming out pretty soon. Dude, let's talk about next week real quick. Next week, W is for Wolfman, yeah?
Oh my gosh. All the posters popping up for that, fucking hilarious, dude. I don't know what the send-off was that Lab 9 created to kind of get everybody to make their own individual graphics, or if there's a big folder for everybody to just toss it in there, but fuck, man. Those have been a nice little chuckle in the days.
Yeah. Yes, some of those pictures are fun. Those are always funny, man. At the beginning of those shows, some of the ads they come up with. But Pikmin vinyl, what's up, dude? We'll be talking about Pikmin vinyl here before too long. I don't know if you have I'm sure you have a tabby do for that, but we'll take a look at that. He's got going on. W for Wiener Dog, yes. Also could also do that. Why not?
I mean,
but next week, dude, that will be a fun show, dude. I don't know how many artists are in that one. It's usually a lot, and prepare for a long night because that's what it's going to be next Wednesday. Acid 9, what's up, man?
I would say definitely depends, man. Lab Monkey number 9 curates their shows. They usually try and keep it within a pretty finite number. It's not like when we have a Cave and Cage and all of a sudden they've got 150 pieces to go through in a night.
Yeah, dude, right. And that's like not only the amount of artists, but then sometimes artists putting out multiple pieces. And but dude, all the time. I mean, everybody usually steps up for those things big time. This is going to be a good one too. Fun character to do. What's up with you, man? You been busy? What's been going on, dog?
Busy, but at the same time, I feel like everybody can get this. I'm in slow motion mode. You know what I mean? I'm fucking tired, dude. The winter season's coming in. I was complaining about it last season or last week. The days are getting shorter. I'm just a grumpy, tired, old dude these days, you know? So if it seems like I'm busy, it's just because I'm sure you get this. It's just taking me fucking twice as long to get anything fucking done these days. That's what it is.
It does, dude. It takes a little bit longer to get going in the morning. Everything, slows down as far as just like work pace and everything, I feel like. Not only because of the cold, wet, construction and the rain do not mix
Right.
well. It just makes everything, depending on, where you're at, makes everything a little bit more fucked up. So, but coming into a fun time of year, man, we got Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas right around the corner, dude. That's going to be here. That's all going to hit us like a ton of bricks here.
Not to mention, ours is in October, yours in November.
That's correct. That's right, dude. When is yours?
Bounce. I don't know. I think we were talking about it after the show, actually, like a week or two ago. I think it was you and I that were talking about how, like, it's just a fucking weird one, man. Like unfortunately, it's reached a point. Like, it doesn't matter what we decide to rename it. It doesn't matter how we try and actually like twist it or paint it to be like, dudes, just be fucking happy, be grateful. Don't find something to be miserable about. At the end of the day, we'll all feel weird about Thanksgiving, I think, for a very long time. Let's just be real.
Grayskull Toys on the ball, dude. October 13th. Thank you very much. Time for seasonal depression, FKD. Not if you hang out here, buddy. We're going to pull you right
out. Not if you hang out here, buddy. Yo, actually, comically enough, not to go there, but I did have a buddy who moved to Canada just a couple of years ago, and I was talking the other day, and they're like, dude, I thought you were all full of shit. I thought this whole like seasonal depression, shorter days, gray was all this shit. They're like, I could not get out of bed last winter. I didn't, and I was like, yeah, dog. They're like, I went to my doctor's, and he was like, you have next to like no vitamin D. They're like, I'm an island person. I live by the sun. I live in the beach. Like, I'm not used to this shit. Fuck you, Canadians. Like, they literally thought that we were all just a bunch of pansies complaining, being like, no, boo-hoo, the winter is making me.
Well, I mean, it's the weather. It's cold everywhere. You're not going to get beat by the weather. No one's getting beat.
No one's getting beat by the weather. No. But I did also explain that too, and I've told you guys before this too. Back north, like if the further north you get, of course, the shittier it is, man. North Bay, where I grew up, October 31st, you knew Halloween, you were getting snow. You were going out trick-or-treating with snow. And then May 2-4 weekend, you were checking the weather forecast to be like, okay, do we bother renting out a cottage for May 2-4, or is it going to snow? That's too many months of snow, my dog. I'm sorry.
I agree, dude. Agree. It is, yeah, dreadful. I don't get snow where I'm at, dude. I might see snow on a mountain hilltop, like, relatively close to me, but I got to drive for something like that, man. I can't really talk about it or have to live through that during the winter.
It's oddly beautiful though too. We complain about it. Like, I don't really think about it, but like most of like any little kids out there that don't get to see snow at winter for Christmas, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Not here. It's just cold and foggy. It's usually really foggy around Christmas.
We've got a packed plate here tonight.
Say that again?
We got a packed plate here tonight.
Oh man, we sure do, dude. Hence the meat. Hence has some just really, really cool stuff. He's always had cool stuff going on, man. I got to see him at Assembly Required in Philly and chatted with him for a minute. Figures on point, dude. His apparel is always on point. He's got the children's book we'll talk about. I know he's got a bunch of stuff he wants to show too. So that will be a glow in the dark snow globe. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So that'll be fun talking to him. And then we got the Outlaw. Was it Outlaw Plastic Syndicate, dude? We will be talking to them, Yo-Yo Dine and Grayskull. Plus the tabs, plus we'll probably give something away. I got something right here. How about this, dude? How about sometime tonight we figure out, let's kick off October, all right? Let's kick off October with, how about a carded, carded creature piece from Plastic Vomit. Let's do that tonight. Some way, somehow, we're going to give that away. I don't know how yet. We will figure it out. But that'll be cool to give that away. Start off October. We got some more giveaways from Plastic Vomit that are Halloween related that we will probably give out this month as well. New giveaway format possibly next week. Going to work on that really hard and heavy in the next few days and should have some cool news next week for you. Pope Toys, what's up, dude?
I somehow missed everything you just said there. I saw the creature, and then you were saying next week we've got to get. I was really staring at you like
not repeating that, so we'll just have to figure it out.
What is he saying right now, my dude? Yeah. Look at that. You know why I didn't listen? because I started scheming in my brain. I was like, oh yeah, you know what? Maybe while we're interviewing Hence the Meat, I'll actually go through. I'll get everybody's names at some point. We'll tell everybody, like, make sure you at least just chime in at least once. And then I was even like, oh, it's too bad we couldn't have like that South Park counter where they did the shit episode where I count how many times they say shit. And I was like, that would be good because then if anybody could guess that number, we had a counter. And then my brain was just going off there. So then when you finished talking, I was looking at you like, the fuck is B talking about? And why is that creature toy not still on the screen? That's basically what happened. There you go. There's the rundown.
Gotcha.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Roger that.
Roger that. Yeah.
Oh, a creech. Yes, it is a creech.
Was that a photograph backer or was that because admittedly you're friends with Hurt Toys and they're such a good illustrator. I wasn't sure if it was a drawn one.
No, this is it's a thick card, which is cool.
Plastic Vomit Customs.
Yeah, Plastic Vomit.
Yeah, you said that. You said that out loud. Yes.
Boom. Yeah, and it is in the DKE blister that opens up. So that'll be cool. Nice. We'll give that away tonight somehow.
Dre's A's, what up? So since you and I have now babbled on, we've told everybody at home who is so desperately curious all week how we were doing. Do we pull in our guest?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Look at them all chill there. You guys can't see, but they're just flipping a water bottle all nonchalantly like some kind of cool motherfucker in the off screen.
He is
gonna come in, dude.
He is a cool motherfucker. Let's do it.
You got me cracking up over here. Yeah. Oh.
What up?
I think that's the first flip that we've had on the show.
Yeah.
Dude, you got me dying over here.
Sorry, man.
But,
Yo, we know who you are. For those at home, I'm gonna put you full screen for a second. You're gonna do that fun thing where you give them a little lowdown of who you are and what you do, my dude.
Man, first off, I'm a creative. Just whatever's in my head, I just want to make it. And so far, I fell in love with the toy making because I obviously love collecting toys. I did make a children's book that I'm not going to talk much about that one, but I did making I have a character toy design, and I think I'm gonna come out with an adult children's book about that figure that I'll show in a little bit. But yeah, I actually just make things that I want on my shelf, and that's the importance of my figure making. Yeah, that's it.
Lots to digest there.
Yeah, I could ramble, so I just try to keep it counting my shits.
No, jeez, I like that one. I'll have to keep that in mind, dude. You mentioned though, and we'll hit it. We'll move on away from it. You said you don't want to talk too much on it though. But what did drive making a children's book? Like, we got to know at least that little bit.
Actually, the children's book is tied in with my start in making toys because during COVID, I actually started making toys right before COVID, and so during COVID, the mother of my child taught me how to use Photoshop. So I made my first action figure, which is around here somewhere. It's this cool Keith figure, fully resin, cool Keith figure, and then right after that, it's a long story about COVID, and I ended up suing the people that I worked for still today. I've been there for 16 years, and I got some loot, so I bought my first iPad. And then I took what she taught me with Photoshop and I brought it to Procreate. I got really good at it, and I had all the tools to make this children's book, which I've always wanted to do. And it's a very nonchalant story. And the feedback from kids was like so heartwarming. And I didn't even try to do that. I just tried to get this. To be honest with you, I just wanted to say, yeah, I wrote a children's book. That was it. And I put a lot into it, and just holding it was just precious. And then I get feedback from kids and reciting the book. It's like, what the hell? So I definitely want to take that further. So definitely more books to come. But I think an adult children's book would be pretty fun too.
An adult children's book.
Yeah, they exist.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it, man. Dude, let's kind of go back to, so that was COVID, but what about just kind of making figures in general, man? I remember Fletch having some of your pieces at Decon, like, God, dude, that must have been what, 4 years ago, something like that. So probably way before that, right?
Fletcher definitely he bought my first toy, which was the Czarface Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I can pull it up. I have it around here somewhere. But basically just talking to him, dude, and he like, you know, grabbed me by the hand. He was like, "Hey, you fit in with these guys." And ever since, like, I just he told me where to go. And I just followed his path. He's like, "Hey man, follow this dude." And I look at him like, "Oh my God, like I do fit with these guys." And then I start following people, and you know, I'm sure everyone has the same story about Fletcher because everyone knows him and knows he's, you know, a staple in the bootleg toy industry. So I got one right here. So this is the first figure, fully resin Czarface character that I got into some squabbles with the rap group himself, but it's mainly esoteric. But
story. If you don't have to, I kind of know it already. But if you want to mention it, go ahead. I think it's fucking great.
It's long and boring and kind of turned me into a little bit of a hater. And what sucks is like I can't listen to him anymore, dude. And for someone like I would kill for someone to bootleg my shit first off. And he wasn't having any parts with it. And like I understand, but the way he went about it was like major boo. Cause then right after he was posting, he was doing parodies. If you called it a parody, it's okay. He did a Celtics parody. So it's whatever.
Yeah.
So I know I don't want to throw hate out there because it's in my heart. So it's whatever.
Yeah. All good, man. But I think you're right, dude. I think that the thing that always kind of blows me away on those things is when, I mean, if you look at the overall, like, you know, if you were to look at that and say, okay, this run of X amount of figures, how much money is this dude making? Is it worth my time to even go and pursue something like this? And me, if I was in their shoes, the answer would always be no, unless it gets to some crazy ass level. But I don't think that's what was going on here. The quality of your figures, though, bro, like, goddamn, they are insanely good, dude. What?
I appreciate that.
Dude, they are. Like, as far as who's the other dude I'm thinking of, Crumbs, the guy that does really good, hence you may even know too, that does really good Ninja Turtle shit. Like
there's the Foot, which is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who'd you say?
I've got Ehimo in my brain. He's got the Foot.
Ehimo. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, Ehimo, that's who I was thinking of, man. That dude's shit is super clean too. But the stuff, like the way that yours is packaged and the quality of the figures, dude, that stuff looks like it's like right off the rack, man.
That was my thing. Is like I'm Procreate first. I'm a digital artist first, and that's where I'm. My main focus was like the package. Like I want that feeling when I was a kid and I walked up and I saw the food fighters and army ants and the smell of that place and just holding that and like, Graham, let's get this shit and let's go. So that's why I'm a package kid, man. I love the packaging. You know, I love ripping that shit open. One time my brother from the Marines came home and gifted me the Mutagen Man, actually opened. I was so disappointed. I think I still don't like Mutagen Man because of that day. So yeah, I'm definitely a carded type of person. I love the, you know, dude, I could write a crazy Edgar Allan Poe serial type killer. The thoughts that went through my head of making bubble blisters, like I can conquer the world because I've conquered this fucking bubble blister shit, dude. It's a nightmare. So if any of you toy makers like want to talk to me about it, hit me up. I'll tell you. I'll try to help you out, like to avoid suicide and all this other type of shit. So the bubble blisters is a fucking nightmare. So I make all that shit too.
I was gonna ask actually. So you do all of your fucking blistering as well?
Unfortunately, yeah.
No, dude. But when you pulled out one of your pieces, like it's so hard. Always looking at IG when you held up that OG piece you had. It's fucking beefy, man. That thing is chunky.
Yeah,
That's
it
sick
is.
as hell.
It's a thick boy, and I'm very proud of it. And definitely because it wasn't. So it's a kit bash. Obviously, I added to the figure itself, but yeah, not a 3D print. So you gotta love those that aren't 3D printed type of deals. But one thing that just fucked me up in a good way when I was at AR, and I had to buy it. What is it called? I bought a gum skull, dude.
Oh, bro.
And like I've been seeing them throughout, the show. And Crumbs, if you own one, right?
I don't, and I'm disgusted with myself that I don't. I will soon, but currently speaking right now, no. And I'm ashamed to say that honestly. God damn.
So when I seen this and holding this thing, and like because you're a toy maker too, you're like, I know what went into this thing. I had to fucking have it. So like it was so inspiring to see this that I'm like, I gotta step my game up. You could see like the care, the love, the small, like how long he waited to let because this is 100% resin. And I know how I know what he did. And it really makes you think like, I got to do that. I got to put that same love. If I love this, I got to have other people buy my stuff knowing that I cared. So that's definitely one reason why I went back to a figure that I just started working on again. This is such a great concept, and I never wanted to paint it. That was it. I just never wanted to paint it. And now that I made like 20 of them, but I grabbed the best 10 resin printed, not printed, resin casted figures, painted them up, and like I couldn't be happier. So I'll display that now. It was, I got one right here somewhere. Okay. Oh, right here. So this is the 100. The tail is a magnet, but the tail is 3D printed only. I did cast 20 of them, and I fucking hated them. So I printed 20 of the tails, but they do. It is magnetic, but all hand painted.
God damn, dude.
And I'm so proud of this. To hold it, I feel like the gum skull. And it definitely set me aside, like, okay, where are we gonna go now? And so if you don't own one, I recommend it, dude. It was pretty powerful. And this is my iPad's broke right now. I did the upgrade and then it just won't charge now. So this is the carding is wrong, but the packaging is pretty much there. This is a almost finished figure of the Gecko Bart, which if I started it today, it would have been named Mondo Bart. But because I did it 4 years ago, I don't feel like changing anything. We're going to stick with Gecko Bart.
Damn.
But yeah, that's the figure. There will be 10 of those.
That's everything about that's bigger than I would have expected. The paint app is fucking stupid.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Sharp piece, man.
You guys said you're going to do a giveaway during the show, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm about to show you, B, you can just, well, I guess I'll know who won. I'll add this with the giveaway and mail it to the person that wins. So the figure is going to come with a carded.
Ooh.
It's what do I name it? A Sewer Pail Kid. So it's the character as a Garbage Pail Kid, but I named it Sewer Pail Kid. And so they're all packaged like this, and on the back has this because they're all numbered from 1 to 10. And this specific one is not numbered. So when you open it and you remove this part, it'll show, oh wait, this one was numbered. Okay, good thing I did that. So it says 1 of 10, and it also comes with a sticker.
Oh, nice.
So whoever wins the raffle tonight will get a card that's not numbered, but they'll get the sticker and all that too. So
nice. Very cool, dude. And you're doing all the artwork on that too?
Yeah, I did all the artwork on that. Is there a little bit on the back? I guess there's some back. It says Sewer Pal Kid, Gecko Bart, says the height, favorite food, special moves, weakness, says hence to meet. I did sign it, HDM, and then 1 of 10 right there. And then my little Instagram @ but yeah, did all the art on that. And then which this project led me into the next project, but this next project is 3D printed. I'm doing pretty much the same thing, but I'm using Mondo Gecko again, because Mondo Gecko is the reason why I started skateboarding in the first place, and Bart Simpson. So, which I don't skate anymore today because the weather thing. We got the weather. Here in Pennsylvania, it's depressing. So, but this is Mondo Gecko, but it's Del the Funky Homo Sapien. So it's Del the Gecko, and I don't know if you can see on the screen, but the things that I did was I turned the hat around, and then there's the hieroglyphics logo right here on the hat. I got rid of the braces. He has a nose ring, and down here he has a lip ring. And on the shirt right here, it says it's actually the North Face logo, because bootlegging is in my blood. So North Face, and it says Del the Funky instead of North Face. And then I don't want to alter them too much more. So these will be painted and carded just like the Bart. It'll also come with, I think I'm going to do 20, but it'll also come with 1 to 20. I do have the artwork already done. So I'm just not at that stage yet, but that would be my next figure after the Bart.
Dude, just going back to Del real quick, man, and knowing that you're from Pennsylvania, dude, I was surprised to see Del in your lineup, dude. There's some really kind of like the other like Hip Hop Toys, right? He does a lot of like Cool Keith type stuff.
Yeah, some good stuff.
Yeah, some good stuff too, man. But it's always kind of like those fringe guys like that, man. I love seeing characters that you just don't see very much. Like, I don't know, like I don't think like Super 7 would ever touch either one of those guys. But the Del one was dope, dude. That you have several Del characters.
What Dels do I have?
You have the 3030, right?
Yeah. The 2 Dels, the 3030. Those are also resin. Those don't do well. I love that piece, but what's crazy too is I hit him up to do like a collab. If you go on his Instagram, he has 2 art pieces that I've done like on his Instagram page, but did nothing with the figures. But it is also from a cartoon, Craig of the Creek, so he might not be able to touch it. So same thing with this. Like, I want to hit him up and be like, I got this figure that you probably can't touch, but maybe if you share it, I don't know. He probably can't do anything with that either. So we'll see.
Dude, let me ask you something, just going back a little bit. So we're talking about, or you were talking about like the amount of quality and time and just kind of the thought process going into like a super clean figure in your mind, that's something presentable enough to where you're like, okay, cool, I'm behind this 100%. I want to this is what I'm putting out there. I think just talking to some other artists too, is that's where it gets a little bit hard when you have just the average person who's walking by who doesn't know who Hence the Meat is, and they see a figure for X amount of dollars. What's like a good 10 to 30-second spiel that you can give them and say, when they come up and they say, oh, this figure is X amount of dollars. Well, why is that? And then you start talking about your process. But do you try to shorten that down? Because I feel like in that interaction, there's only so much time that you have before someone says, okay, I want that, or they go, oh, okay, that's cool. And then they fucking bounce, right?
Dude, that's a very good question that I don't know if I struggle with it or I just love it, because when someone comes up to my booth, the first booth ever, but this is a question that I deal with every day I wake up. I think about this stuff. I bounce, the pricing off of, Fletcher, for a good example. And for one, it's I rather them not sell than go into the right hands, for one. And like, I know what I put into the piece, and the right people do buy my figures. And I feel that. And so speaking specifically at AR, great conversations with people. They loved my introduction to the figures, and I feel like I wasn't a salesman, which made me feel good. I don't want to be a salesman. I would rather talk about the figure, how it's made, who the artist is, before I talk about why you should buy it.
Sure.
So as far as the pricing goes, I spent $250 to this gum skull. I think it's outrageous, but I feel it's also in the right hands. That's kind of how I feel about it. And if I put together a piece that, I do make some pieces that, that are good, but I didn't have to do much to it, and it is at a fair cost. Like I do a lot of, I don't know what you would call it, repackaging. So like this figure here, I turned this Indiana Jones figure into a Bronson figure. There's no way in hell I would charge. Even though it's not technically for sale right now, I'd probably sell this for $30, $40. But I also think this is niche and would go to the right person.
Yeah, dude, I think that's super important what you're saying there too, is like, and even Porpoise said he hates playing the salesman. That's one thing that I think is, I don't know, man. I don't know if you call it a double-edged sword or what, but you have like the market that seems like it's limited, right? So you have a certain amount of people, and I feel like sometimes it's hard to pull in other people. And I think as a artist selling something, that might be frustrating. It's not having the volume, but then on the other side of it, the volume that you do have are people that do know what went into it and how long it took to make, and kind of the process behind it. So maybe that being said, maybe that kind of shortens that conversation up, where you don't have to actually dive into that. Because I could see where that would get annoying as shit, is trying to like sell your stuff, and it's like, that's not really what you're trying to do. You're just trying to more or less sell the process, right?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, dude, like the people that did, to be honest with you, I did well at AR, and I didn't think I was going to do as well as I did, which was fantastic. I have some AR regrets not talking to select people on accident, but as far as sales, like I didn't think I was going to do that well. And one dude bought several of my pieces, and I'm like, and my thoughts were, I didn't even have to explain what the figure was, which was pretty cool. And like, it was more important that it went to a good home, is how I feel about it. And but yeah, I'm like every artist, we struggle with our pieces. And yeah, General knows what's up, because I almost murdered him that one time walking down the street. So I bought one of his pieces for like $40. It's a piece of tile, and guess what? It's probably worth more than that, because it's a fantastic piece. I haven't hung it. It's sitting in my bathroom, and it's going to hang up like a piece of tile. but it went. I feel that piece went to a good home. So it's kind of how I feel about it. And for everybody wondering why I almost murdered the general, it's kind of so I didn't meet him yet in the midst of this story.
I heard this story though.
Yeah, you and him are the only people that know the story. So, I told him that was the first time I met him. I think B was telling the story.
Okay.
But the first day of AR, we're both walking to our hotels, and I got like this luggage that I'm walking like he's feet away from me, and I'm behind him, and all you hear is and I'm like, dude, I followed him for 2 blocks, and I'm like, the general's gonna think I want to fucking kill him. And dude, he hooked the fucking right. And I'm like, no, I had to hook the fucking right, dude. I'm like, should I just kill him? I'm like, this dude's gonna turn back and like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm telling him the story, and he's like, I heard you. He heard me the whole time too, which I found was crazy. So anyhow, the general made it, and he's a good dude. No porpoises were harmed in the making of this story.
Dude, that was funny. I was dying when you were telling me that. That's funny, dude. I didn't know that was the first time you were that you had met him, that we were all standing there. You were telling that story. That's funny though, because whatever street that was on in Philly, man, that is like that's a long ass street. Whatever street that is, that everything's on, like that's a long street.
Dude, it was too long.
Yeah, no kidding. Dude, so I mean, A to Z, you're doing everything on your own. Figure making, backers, packaging, artwork, all that.
Yeah, I'm gonna get more into like right now. I'm taking some gloopy goblin advice and taking some like porcelain finger building classes. Built some really cool pieces. I don't have them; they're being baked or whatever. And so I'm doing some of that, trying to get better. I'm gonna start doing like digital art, getting better at digital art stuff, which I lack in that field too. But I got to get my iPad back. But I do have another project to show.
Let's do it.
Yeah, dude. I kind of slack on social media. That's why I got all kind of shit to show. But so
let me drop something about Gloopy Goblin real quick. I don't know if you caught this, Crumbs, but he has a new Dracula.
I have a tab for sure.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
He's got like 5 in the shop. They might be gone by now, but they look pretty sick. I think they just got them there today. Continue on, good sir.
Yeah, Gloopy is the man, dude. I bought a shirt off him. It's fantastic. I wear it all the time. Yeah, so this figure I came up with, I'm about to show you, is 3D printed. What's the size of He-Man figures? Like
5.5?
5.5. Yeah, it's a 5.5 figure.
Ooh, shit. What is that?
Yeah, so he got a little frog on his pouch back here. He got cowboy boots on. He got a little scorpion on his boot right here. And he got a bat right here. So at the moment, he has a story. I also made this. I don't know if this is going to come with the packaging or where this is going to go. Basically, just a replica of his shield. Glows in the dark. We love the glow in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'll even ship this with the card. So whoever wins, I'll ship the card and this piece. This is resin, also, by the way, glow in the dark. Nice. But so his name is Molus the Floss, which in Latin stands for soft, and the floss means the flower. And the storyline that I have for it is like he was cast out of his realm because in his dimension he was too soft. So he comes to Earth and all he wants to do is pet cats. And so I was thinking about having some type of storyline like that, but like I don't know if he because he is accidentally so brutal that he might like end up like killing things on accident, or like just completely soft. Like I just pictured this like brutal looking figure in grass, like playing with a sunflower or something. I just find that pretty funny. So nothing's concrete, but this is a figure I have. Mollis the Floss. That's what we got.
Now, is that going to be that's going to be a resin figure?
Yeah. So the name drop again, Show Your Teeth. Really good dude. I know, are you guys aware of Show Your Teeth?
Dude, that doesn't sound familiar. What about you, Crumbs?
B, I meant to tell you about him at AR. So his booth was across from me. His figures are phenomenal, and they have like amazing articulation. So he told me to reach out to him and like, you know, give some ideas about articulation. So I do want to resin cast this and have them articulated. And this one's for you, B, also. Crumbs, I don't know what your thoughts are on it. Like, because I know B opens up all his figures. Crumbs, are you the same way? Like, you need all your stuff opened up? Which I get. No, so what I'm trying to do is I think I'm going to have, like, from here on, so I can have all my stuff to be opened up. So I that's what's going to happen with this figure. I think I might be able to do it also from the Simpsons character on. Because I have some ideas in my head on what I'm going to do. So, because a lot of people's going to want that on the shelves, and they all stand up too, which I found fantastic. But yeah, so I want to have this articulated, resin casted, carded figure that can come out of the package with a possible adult children's book, I guess you could call it.
Nice.
When you were talking about the tail of it, the whole thing reminds me of very Guar-esque. The costume on it, like the get-up on it, the story of it. I'm sitting there like, that's so fucking Guar, like, sick.
That's the thoughts of it. You know, I picture Guars like, you know, the color theme like white, but then there's like whatever blood or gore they have shines because of the white. Like, that's kind of the imagery. So you're right on point with that, Crumbs, with the Guar-ness of this character. Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk about some threads, dude. I know that you have some dude, another one, Quasimodo. You know, that's another one you don't see very much.
Dude, I'm a big Quas fan. Actually, I got another story. But to lead into the clothing, yeah, I'm a creative dude. This is one of the shirts. It's direct to garment printing, so it's a fantastic print. It's not thick lettuce. You're not wearing lettuce on your chest with this. It's not printed with what's the screen? It's not screen print. It's thinner. So
gotcha.
High quality.
That lettuce is a great way of putting it. I've never heard that, man. But yeah, you nailed it.
Dude. Nobody likes that lettuce, dude, especially on your back. But they might like it. They might like that lettuce up there in Canada.
You know, Dre does go on quite often about how much he loves a good shirt is going to chafe your nipples. Dre will say that through and through. A good shirt that will chafe your nips.
Back to Quasimodo. So how I got started in making toys, I don't know if I want to name drop because I'm not friends with this person anymore, but no hatred as well. But you might even own some of my early figures or painted figures that someone else sold, which is, I'll have to get with you in But so a friend of mine at the time was making figures, and I asked him, I said, hey, can you make me a Quasimodo figure? Because I loved, you know, the MF Doom figure and the Quasimodo. That's all that was out. This had to be 2018-ish. And he's like, no. But if you make it, I'll make more. I said, okay. So I didn't even know that you could buy tools to sculpt with. So I sculpted this Quasimodo figure, and he made 20 of them and sold all of them. didn't give me a dime, which I said was fine. I didn't want anything. When he sold one in Iceland, that was worth more than whatever money he made out of those Quasimodo figures. Like the feeling I had and the thought process of, holy shit, like people want this handmade figure and it's sold in Iceland. It's like, I can't even spell Iceland, dude. Let's go. So after that, I think that's whenever I kind of went on my own, and that's whenever I started the Cool Keith. This is my first figure ever. The figure's not in there. I actually made the bubble blister to my first figure. I made this on, I didn't even have Procreate yet. This is 2018 Super Galactic Lover. There's so many Easter eggs in here that no one even knows. You look at this and you won't see Cool Keith at all, but the Easter eggs, your head will blow top back blue. And so yeah, Keith Turbo is one of his names. Super Galactic Lover is a song, unofficial, and just I still love this figure. And the resin cast, I believe this one is glow in the dark, but he got a little doctor's mask, and this is Elvis. Got his little Elvis hair for Black Elvis, and the song Blue Flowers, got the little blue flower. So yeah, and then the feeling you get for doing art is just a drug you can't pay for. And it's like how the Ramones, the song I Want to Be Sedated. And a lot of people hear that and think it's about drugs, but he's actually talking about the feeling that he feels of being on stage. And the only way that he can express that is saying, I want to be sedated. So that's what that song's about, is not drugs. It's about the drug that's dripping from your brain, that I want to feel that chemical. And so I got that from this. And when I sat there and held that in my hands, like I made this, it was inspiring myself and just wanted to keep making more, man. And I love to have it on my shelf. So that's what I did.
Go ahead, Grump.
I just love that you said inspiring myself and keep making more, man. Because even like that, I think a lot of artists, that's probably what it is, that dopamine that you're talking about, that serotonin of actually just completing something, dude. Would you say that's your main driver? Is basically just that, chasing that?
I think my old lady's my main driver. She gets on my ass all the time. So yeah, I've always been someone to make something, and this is gonna sound crazy, but once I learned Procreate, I learned for the first time in my life that everything is knowledge. Everything. And I felt like I knew nothing until I learned that. And once I learned Procreate, I'm like, okay, shit, what else do I want to learn? And I started taking non-psychedelic mushrooms. I started reading books. I think non-psychedelic mushrooms, like I take them in my coffee, the pills, all the time. I think what they did for me is really opened up my brain to be able to learn. And I don't think I was ever able to do that. And so my creativity was flowing ever since I learned that knowledge is everything, dude. So that was my drive, is learning that, I can learn, especially at this age now. So
even more so, man.
Yeah.
No, that's solid as hell, dude. And definitely you can see it in your work that you're combining it all. Because even you said like it's all knowledge, but like even all those cartoons, the rappers, like all that consumerism stuff as well still ended up actually working to your advantage.
I mean, even my failures, I don't think I made maybe 40 of these Cool Keiths. I don't think I sold one, which is weird because I think I just sold my first one or maybe two ever on eBay. And Fletcher hit me up today or yesterday. It was last night technically, but I read it this morning. Someone is selling it on Walmart.com.
He made a comment earlier that you have stuff on Walmart.com, and I'm like, Oh yeah, what is that?
He said he was going to have you ask me about it. I'm like, and I wouldn't have known if he didn't say anything. I would be like, because I would have said I don't even think anyone ever bought one of those. So that, I mean, as much as that's a failure, I still love that figure. You know, I still love the whole, and that's inspiring to myself, I guess. So yeah, it's just what's important to me is making something that I want sit up there. If I make something that's like I don't really care about it, and that might also reflect my pricing too, you know.
Sure. Does it now when you have something like that, because I think that's probably something that a lot of people come up with. Let's say you make a run of 30, 40 figures and you don't sell any, and they've been sitting there for a while. What's that process like? Does the thought ever, is it just like, well, whatever, they'll sell when they sell, and whoever wants it, you know, they'll buy one no matter what? Or is there anything that goes through your head like, man, how can I sell these? Is it the packaging? What is it about these? Do I need to change the figure? What is it? Why are these not selling? Because that's a dope figure, dude. It's glow in the dark. It's cool, Keith. And I get it. It's a niche thing, right? But like, that's kind of what this shit's all about. It is niche stuff, you know?
I don't know who the artist was that I just heard this from, but it was definitely somebody credible. And they said, if your art didn't sell now, it will sell. I forget how it was said. And one part is how I am on social media. Dude, I'm 41, so I'm not this like boombastic dance TikToker guy that's gonna make these, you know, these videos, song and dance to sell my figures. And that's also no shade to people that do. I wish I had the balls to do it. So that's a little bit of problem on my side. I need to reach out to friends a little bit more. You know, like I said, Fletcher bringing me into hold on, I got a low battery, but yeah, we'll fix that. Yeah, Fletcher bringing me into the world. So hold on, what was the question again? I'm trying to get my laptop plugged in.
No, you're good, dude. Kimberly's saying you do flips, and actually, I'm pretty sure, yeah, you did a flip at the very beginning of this.
I mean, I get excited. I'm like a flying squirrel, dude.
Well, but you kind of nailed it. That at the end of the day, nobody wants to be a salesman, and let's be real. Like, people can smell when something's corny, and at the end of the day, like you're trying to make shit, man. And you've said it yourself. Like, it'll find the right home.
Yeah, it is hard pricing them, and they'll find a home. If not, they're comfortable right here.
And honestly, you say it's hard pricing them, but I keep on looking at these bards because I've got them on the screen up above me. It's like, how many hours does one of those take you to paint, man? Because they're clean as fuck.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I never clock hours. I don't know if I should even start. So I don't want to even. What's that?
He said, "Don't do that to yourself." I could see why you would not want to do that.
I don't know if I want to sit there and mathematically weigh out. Okay, I spent X amount of time on this, so I should charge this, even though that's what you should do.
Well, and what's minimum wage where you are too? You know what I mean? I bet you if we took what minimum wage is where you are, we multiplied it by what your figures are, you should still be making more than what you're charging for your figure. So that's what you artists are fucking hilarious, man. Because you'll sit there almost trying to explain, like, I get they're expensive and you're tipped. It's like, fuck it, man. You're allowed to charge what you want for your art. You put hours into this shit, dude. And hell.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and they sell. So I mean, they sell. So I'm pretty. I'm sitting pretty. I feel. I'm sitting pretty comfortable. I like. They're selling. There's a couple things that someone purchased, like 3 of the same figure from me, and then I saw that they started selling them for $350 themselves. Then they approached me and said, "Hey, can you make more So I made 10 more of this figure for this person to buy them, and they never bought them. I found that to be pretty crazy.
Were they when he was pricing them for that much? Was he selling them?
Yeah, on eBay.
No, but were they selling at that price?
Yeah. It was so the figure. And what's kind of funny too is if I knew that was going to happen, I definitely would have hooked them up because, like, you know, if you're going to buy multiple of my things, yeah, of course I'll hook it up. Respect, but yeah, purchased three of the same figure, and then I want to say, look, we could just say $100 a piece for sake of story, and then put them each online for $350. That was mind blowing.
Wow.
And then I do know that they sold.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I guess I'm proud of it, but they went to the right hands. I could say that. You're gonna pay $350 for this figure. It went to the right hands.
That's a bittersweet one. Do you hold on to one each of your figures typically?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you gotta hold on.
Fuck yeah.
You know, I want to display this because something just happened. So B, I know I gave you a rundown of this character here.
Yes.
So a lot of my stuff has a story and a background to it. So this is an actual Marvel comic book that released Secret Wars. And the artist that did it, Nick Gazin, he actually did this cover, and he did the Run the Jewels hands. Well, he found this, and he reached out to me, and he's like, I want one. I'm like, sure. Well, if I send you one, will you send me, if I send you two, will you send the other one back autographed? And he's like, hell yeah. So he's actually going to sign that. But and this is 100% resin, except for the gold that he's holding in his hand. This is a kit bash / sculpt that I did. So I'm pretty proud of this one too. But yeah, this is the Run the Jewels Deadpool figure. I did not do this bubble blister though, which is pretty rare.
That's clean, dude. I remember seeing that at AR. As far as your like preferred scale, dude, I mean, you're all over the place. You got that one there. You got your other, the turtle scale. I know the Quasimodo piece. I mean, I don't even know what scale that you call that with like just the head and the bone. But it seems like there's so many different, I don't think it doesn't seem like you have one that you're trying to stick to.
Yeah, and that goes back to, like, you know, Fletcher welcomed me into the toy community. That goes back to, you know, and no shade to anyone that makes anything with Darth Vader, but it's not me. You know, that's not my figure. You know, I love that scale. I'm eventually going to start doing stuff that scale. You know, there is a lot of stuff that's been done that I wanted to do some stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Don't touch it. There's no reason to, because you know, that would be something that I sell all of it and don't even put on my shelf. Like, I wouldn't get what I get from what I'm already making. So to stick to one, you know, that's just me in a nutshell, dude. With me and music, dude. I listen to death metal to Tame Impala. So it's like, and I'll listen to one song right after the other. You know, Disembodied Tyrant. I can't stop listening to the album. So good. And then I found out that the new Turnstile actually sounds like ska, so I like it because of that. So, well, like,
I never thought I'd love Harry Styles. It's just how she goes, man.
Really? I don't know it. Maybe I'll have to check it out, dude. But that's me. That's me in a nutshell, dude. Like, I'm a blender. Even when it comes to fashion, if you look at the stuff on my site, when it comes to fashion, I'm all over the place. You'll have stuff that might look a little morbid. You'll have stuff that's like hip hop related. You'll have something that's like tattoo related. There's another thing I do have on the site right now for sale. And not trying to sound like a salesman, because nobody wants to sound like that. The Sewer Pal Kids shirts are available already on there. And the Sewer Pal Dell figure Garbage Pail Kids shirt is also available on there.
Oh, that's the card. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so the card is a shirt. And then there's the Dell all the way to the right.
Nice.
But yeah, that's me in a nutshell, dude. It's like I like what I like, and I just gravitate to it, man. I don't, when it comes to influences, like I love Pharrell Williams. I don't even listen to his music. I just, you know what I mean? Like I just like what I like, and I just go for it. I try not to follow the norm, and which is definitely in the toy making community. None of this shit's normal.
Yeah.
So which is fantastic, which is exactly why I fit in and why I like everybody in it. That's why it's all great people, you know, making great shit. But even as a collector, you know, I like carded figures. When it comes to buying like the bootleg stuff, I'm starting to get into the bootleg. I always loved Titty Bean's work, for one. And that's why early on I asked him, like, dude, please, can I, this is early Procreate years for me. I'm like, dude, please, can I work with you? And he's like, you can try. And I made this carded figure, and I feel that, I believe he couldn't believe that I was able to pull what I did from that figure onto a card. He's apparently loved it so much. I was like, yeah, dude, I agree. Like, it was a clash between me and his work was fantastic.
See, I thought that was funny when you said that he said you can try, because I remember Titty Bean hit me up being like, yo, you ever heard of Hens to Me? He's a fucking amazing illustrator. He's going to do my back art. So, like, he was actually jazzed. He must have seen them already at that point, because he was jimmied when he talked to me about them, man.
I know, dude. What an honor, because I don't know. Has he even collabed with anybody else? I don't think so.
A little bit. He did those backers with Phantom Lake.
He would know.
Yeah, he did. God, dude, the other one I was thinking was you, dude. Would be the only other one.
Yeah. So I mean, I have bought some like recent bootleg stuff. You know, obviously had to get the Resin Blood. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. The Resin Blood. It's around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. The Resin Blood Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah, that's a clean one.
Had to pick that up, dude. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I recently bought this. I don't even know who makes it.
Oh man, who is that, Crumbs?
Zolo World.
Zolo World, yeah. God dang it. Yep, Zolo World.
It's pretty dope. But yeah, so as far as like even buying someone else's work, it's pretty rare for me, and I'm trying to get into it. And I've been loving like the Safubi type of stuff. And do I want to do it? I'm like, yes, but I don't think I'm ready there. I'm ready yet. Like, I don't have any Safubi on my shelf. So like no reason to venture into that world yet. You know, just whatever's in here, let's just stick with that. Let's not try to do, you know, I love that Safubi. Now I'm going to go do it. Can't be that way. Even though I just bought the Wonder Goblin figure that just popped out. I had to pick that piece up.
Yeah. Dope stuff there, dude. Wonder Goblin shit's always cool. They just did he was at a show recently, right? I saw that mask that he made. He had some of those for sale. But yeah, he's another one who does a whole bunch of different shit, dude.
Dude, what inspiration, dude. That guy is a genius.
Yeah, man, especially with the paints. You know, I would say additionally with the paints, right? Because it was already a huge thing before that. But I mean, with the paints, dude, it seems like anytime we come across anybody nowadays who painted some vinyl or, you know, sprayed it, it seems like 9 times out of 10 it's that Wonder Vinyl paint.
Yeah.
Which is cool. So where's it all going from here, man? We got a few minutes left. You're chipping away, doing your thing. You got your hands in multiple different things. Give me a end of the year closeout, or maybe some things on the horizon that that you're getting ready to work on, or maybe working on already.
Man, I showed you guys everything I'm working on now. Full steam ahead. I got a 2-year-old son, so you know what that's about. Work has been, dude, I really just went through some shit with the bubble blisters, but today was the day that I nailed it. So much relief on that. I'm going to try to put a new battery in my iPad to do the artwork's done, but I got to print the Barts, and then the Barts should be dropping pretty soon, and I'm pretty stoked about it. I can't wait to hold a finished one in my hands, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Nice. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
that is a lot of stuff, and you've been fucking just cooking up a storm to date as well, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, dude. With
Yeah.
that said,
So how you gonna do the raffle?
Dude, that's a good question, man. I think what we might do is we might we'll get through the next 2 guests, and then we'll kind of focus on the giveaway. You know what, dude? I think let me ask you, if you had, is there any sort of information, right, that you would want from the crowd? Let's say specifically the crowd watching tonight, since they're the ones that are going to be in it. Is there any information or any type of poll that you would take? Doesn't have to be trivia, doesn't have to be anything, but something where we could give people numbers if they responded. You don't even have to think about it. You don't have to tell me right now. If you want to come back and just shoot me a message, but I think that might be the way to go, dude. I mean, it's your stuff. So I'd like to keep the question kind of centered around you.
To keep it
that you can think of?
How to do the raffle? What type of poll?
Well, if there's anything that you wanted to know from the audience regarding your work, hand
me some of that stuff, Crumbs. You got some of that stuff you got up there.
But I just want to try to get some participation as far as anything that they could help you out with, as far as like if you were to say, hey, what figure should I make next? The people that would answer would be entered in the raffle. It doesn't have to be something that simple, but that's kind of what I'm thinking.
What kind of question would I would like to know is a run of numbers of like figures to do. How many is that a good one? Like, how much of a run should you do of a numbered figure?
Yeah.
A good one?
Dude, I was surprised when you said that you did a run of 30 or 40 of the Cool Keith. Dude, that's Crumbs, would you say that's on the higher end of a run, right? 30, 40? That's a lot of fucking figures.
That's the higher end of a run for sure. Yeah. 5 to 10 is normally like the average first drop for somebody. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I made 40 of them.
Yeah, let's shoot that out there for a few minutes, man. If you're only going to get entered in the giveaway if you answer this question, because we're going off the people that are watching the show that are going to be in the comments. So, what's your ideal number of whether you're collecting or you're making stuff? 15 says Micah. What's your ideal number run?
I don't know what game you're playing here, but this is the weirdest. How much did you smoke before this? This is the weirdest shit.
Okay, what would your on the spot trivia question be, sir? Let's go with your idea. What would it be?
So angry now. Just so angry.
No, I'm not angry. I'm just saying.
You know what? When we pull in the Outlaw Plastic Syndicate, I'll scroll through the chat comments here. We'll grab everybody's name who's actually said something, and I'll make a list in the word. I'll put down my bong for a moment, and I'll actually finally do some work on this fucking podcast. All right.
And it was give me the contents of the giveaway again. Hence.
What do you think a good run of figures should be the maximum?
Perfect.
What's the maximum?
And what are we playing for?
So I would be giving away an unnumbered card, sewer pale kid, and a resin casted glow in the dark mollusk skull.
Nice. Dope. Going to the winner. That'll be going to you directly from Hence the Meat. Jazz Wizard says 69, of course. It's a good number run.
Any other torture that you want to put Hence the Meat through there?
None.
No. All right. Yeah. What was this shit about drop the? You were confused. Okay, my head all wrapped up in circles here. I knew what you were trying to do. I knew what you were trying to do.
Did we know that Hence the Meat was going to give away multiple things? So when we're presenting
we didn't.
Situation, how do we attack that? We just go, nah, don't give it away.
No, of course not. Of course not. You know that I'll go through and I'll grab everybody who's been here tonight, because otherwise I don't know. That's such a weird way of trying to find just only the people who answer now. I know General Porpoise was actually in here all evening as well, and they were chatting, chilling, and
good answers on the Yo-Yo Dine says open-ended. Open editions can be fun, different colorways, lots of possibilities. That's a good idea.
It was like
15 max. Oh, signed? Yeah, see? Man.
I like how you just decided, like, whatever, Crumbs.
No, I listened. heard every word of it, bud. Multiple molds and crank out as many as you can, sell or trade. Yeah, there was who were we? Somebody had just posted something about they were only making them per order, so it was kind of like a pre-order. Oh, yeah. It was Plastic Vomit. It was Plastic Vomit last week. Yeah,
and
one. That's a good one.
There was a lot going on in that interview, man. Hence to me, I would say so far is kind of almost like the prime example of what a lot of us are supposed to be doing, making what you want to have on your own shelves.
Yeah, and it's hard, man, right? Because he's so good at so many different things. And I think there's probably got to be a lot of patience in there too, right? Like a run of 30 or 40. And if you're not tripping on selling those, I mean, more power to you. I mean, it's material and time that's just kind of sitting there. But if you're patient enough, I think that's probably what a lot of it is, when you say, well, it'll sell eventually, well, you better be prepared to wait till that thing sells. And if you're cool with that, then fucking A, right on.
Well, you know what though? And sometimes it's just about resurfacing it. Like, so for instance, they mentioned that they did 40 of those cool keys. They showed it several times tonight. Anybody who's watching that wants one of those cool keys, they are available in their shop still. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes it's even just a matter of that. It's just reposting it or it making another appearance on here for the right person to see it this time.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was getting at when I was asking him if that's frustrating to see it 30 or 40, sitting there that are, I'm sure they were probably carded up, right? Like, is there any want to like bag up, just individual 3.75s and maybe package them a little bit differently? But then again, then you have the card that's already made. So what do you do with that? So, but yeah, you're right, dude. A whole bunch of different stuff going on there from a bunch of different angles. At the end of the day, dude, just another talented dude. He's a creative, dude. I love that he came out and he said the first thing he said was, "Man, I'm a creative." But yeah, dude, that's legit. You are absolutely a creative, man. And that's one of those ones, right, where it's like, dude, an hour was not long enough for that dude. You know what I mean? Like somebody asked me the other day how the show was going and if we're still doing those marathon shows, and I'm like, well, I don't know. What's your definition of a marathon? Is it 2 hours? If it's 2 hours, then yeah, we're still doing marathons. If it's 4 hours, like we used to do on the regular, no, we've cut back a little bit.
I would just say that's a commentary on our previous need for community and camaraderie. At first, it's like we hadn't had it in so long. We're sitting there, we were starving for it. We needed those 4-hour ones at first. You know what I mean? Our satiation was unquenchable.
Yes. And I think we still need some 4 hours sometimes, dude, right? It's just, sometimes it's next week will be One.
I was gonna say, you're gonna tell me that the freaking Wolfman show isn't gonna be fucking 4 hours long?
Yeah, it's gonna be a long one to get through that stuff, but it's funny, dude, how sometimes our moods kind of determine how long the show is, right?
Yes and no. What's so funny is I even actually saw it happen during the Silent but Deadly show. It's unfortunate just how it happens. That's kind of why sometimes like I don't care if it's alphabetical perfectly. It's nice to even do it reversely, because by the end, whether you want to or not, or whether you mean to or not, the first piece you're like talking 10 minutes, being like, "Fuck yeah, it's amazing. I would put this in my bathroom just so I could fap to it." And then the next minute you're getting to like the fucking 70-second piece, and you're like, "Yeah, dope, sis."
Yeah,
You don't mean to. It's
yeah,
impossible not to. When you're not
exactly.
70-second, it's 3 hours and 15 minutes in. Your belly's rumbling. You know.
Yeah, it's hard to keep the enthusiasm up for that long for every single pieces, whether you're feeling it or not. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Outlaw Plastic Syndicate, man. Let's talk to these gents. Some guys that I think we've seen before. Oh, look at this. Outlaw Plastics, names matching. I like it. What's going on, gentlemen?
How you doing, guys? Yeah. Yeah. So individually, I guess we are Grayskull Toys and Yoyodyne Toy Division, but together we have a new name because we have a project that we wanted to bring to everybody's attention tonight.
Nice. Outlaw Plastic Syndicate. Let's talk about that name real quick. Where did that come from? It's a dope name. OPS.
So it's funny that Hens to Meet was talking about AR. It happened and it came, I guess, on a road trip home from Philly. And during, you know how they had those panel discussions?
Yeah.
Yeah. And in one of the panel discussions, which was about like toys and storytelling, pretty much everybody on the panel, except me, was kind of worked in licensing. And they were talking about getting licenses and doing all this stuff, and I was like, all due respect to all of you, but like, fuck that, just take it. Right? Like, a lot of this stuff already kind of belongs to culture. It's very emotional for me. No, my allergies are bothering me. Sorry. And so, yeah, and I was like, look, culture belongs to all of us. Like, we all have the right to respond to it. That's what we're doing, right? Culture responds to culture. It's what we do. And then this guy whose name was Mike, I think. I don't know. It's in our manifesto, which we haven't published yet.
Okay.
But this guy comes up to our booth afterwards, and Jay and I were standing there, and he's talking to me, and he was like, "Hey, I was at the panel, and what you said at the end really resonated with me." And he turns and he goes, "You're an outlaw," and I'm like, "I don't know if I'm an outlaw." And he's like, "No. You're an outlaw, not a criminal." Right? Which means like the rules and norms that you are pushing back against, you are doing so because you feel that they are wrong. Basically, that's the indication, right? Like, and I was like, wow, and it really struck both of us. And then we started talking on the way back.
We had a lot of time to talk.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Not as long as when we do the Asheville trip. That's a longer time to talk. But on the way back, we just started brainstorming, and and Jay said something about, what about that outlaw thing? And I was like, ooh. And then we just started playing around. We were like, what was it first? It was Outlaw Plastic Collective. We just went through iterations, and I was just writing them down, and then Syndicate made the most sense with Outlaw.
Yeah, I like that. I love
that.
So lay it on me, man. What's the big announcement that OPS
maybe Crumbs can pull it up? Do you have the URL there? As of today,
building suspense.
Need a soundboard with a drum roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, fucking, I was on mute the whole time. Yeah, sorry, dudes. I'm slacking here. I was fucking
It's okay.
typing up the names from the chat and assigning numbers over there. But here, I'll grab the website here.
Yeah.
Boom.
The
Share
website.
this shit. Boom.
What we're going to share with you, we'll end up sharing on the socials, but the Toronto Toy Riot website is live.
Ooh.
It went live this week. We soft launched it and finished doing, well, Jay finished doing all the design work, I guess, on Sunday and Monday. The dates for the show are May 2nd and 3rd here in Toronto. We have the venue information. We have our price list already up for tables there. We can talk about this for people. We have our ethos, which is about accessibility. We have some events planned. We have other events that we're still discussing. But if you look at the table prices, they're tiered to table length. I think that they are eminently affordable. 3-foot table is $60 for 2 days, $30 a day.
Damn, $30 a day, dude. That's nuts.
Yeah, a
Canadian
4-foot table is $40 a day or $80, and then a 6-footer is $120, which is basically like 2 3-foot tables, $60 a day.
That's Canadian, so it's like $10 US.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we add the 30% on top of that for the tariffs, and then it's more like 13.
Wow.
So one of the things that we want to do is we want to squeeze as many people into the venue as we can because of this. And so when people apply, we're going to ask them to select their preferred table, and then a number of us, more than just Jay and I, will be making the decision. We're going to get a bunch of people together and have like a jury of peers through the application process, with the caveat that locals will have priority, right? Because we want to support our local people. And then anything beyond anyone who is local, we will have room for people beyond that. And then once we have sort of who we want, then it'll be like, these are the kind of table spaces we can offer. But like putting more of us in a space together, I think, is a great idea. And so getting people to go vertical with their displays is something that we mentioned like right away, like, hey, like, this is what we want. So applications go live in exactly 1 month. And we have a newsletter that you can sign up for already on the website. And we will be sending out reminders, not like often, maybe every couple of weeks, tops, because someone's got to write that shit too. Right? And we don't want to flood anybody, but we do. We don't have to have our signage in French, thankfully, in Ontario, Paul, because it's technically not a commercial thing. The rules around that are weird. A 3-foot table is like a 2.6, a 2-foot 6-inch table with the exchange rate.
Yeah.
That's the conversion from imperial to metric right there. That's what that is. So yeah, it's live. Excited. Like, things are coming together. We've still got a lot of work to do. There's like maybe some other like features with the event itself that we're working on. We have a couple already in place. We have our first sponsor already, which is DKE Toys.
Nice.
One of the events that we've decided to do, and this goes with the ethos of accessibility, and making sure the admission is free. We want to pull in as much foot traffic as we can. It's in a neighborhood that is in the heart of Toronto that's actually quite busy on the weekends. But one of the things we wanted to do is to sort of like not just make the work of other artists accessible, but the practice and the form. And so we're going to have a kit bash table. And we're going to have parts and buckets for people, and paints and hair dryers And then DKE is going to supply us with those backer cards, the blanks with the clamshells. So you can come in and, you know, pay a little bit of money and spend some time and actually like come away with something that you made, as well as stuff by other people.
You see Ocular Rhombus over there, like just working frantically.
But yeah, and we have some other stuff that we're still working on. Some of it might pan out, some of it might not. We have plenty of time, right? But we just wanted to get the ball rolling and really like let people know, and hopefully like, you know, make this one a destination. Like the Canadian dollar for Americans, like, you know, traveling to shows, as Jay and I know, is not cheap, and as a lot of other people know, is not necessarily cheap. But the truth is that like the American dollar is like, the Canadian dollar is worth 2/3 of what the American dollar is, essentially. So you, for every dollar you spend, it's actually closer to $1.30 or $1.40 Canadian, like for every American dollar. So, you know, sales wise, you might want to adjust your prices a little bit, but on the other hand, all of your expenses that are here are going to be like 1/3 cheaper. So there's that to consider as well. Oh, you know what we need to put on event features or in the vendor thing, Jay, was that thing we were talking about mail.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely do whatever we can to help out. Arrange and make arrangements, helping get products here, because that's been a tricky thing, is moving stuff across borders.
Yes,
we've got.
So we're gonna try to do some be able to do some package receipts for people if they're coming from across, like if you're flying, for example.
It's harder. A huge pain.
Yeah, and it's nerve-wracking because you don't want to have to do all the actual customs work, right? We want to get around that. So we're working on that right now too, in a framework for that. And once people, have accepted, then we'll be able to sort of let them in on the details. But our mandate is to support the artists as much as we can and to bring everybody together up here. And, hopefully find an audience too. Press releases, the whole event thing. And we'll be putting out information on the socials this week, the Toronto Toy Riot Instagram and the Outlaw Plastic Instagram. And I'm sure I'll probably do some cross posting as well on the Yo-Yo Dime page. But we just wanted to come on here and be like, hey, it's happening. It's legit. We have a website, venues locked in.
That's dope, man. That's very exciting. That's going to be, did you say March or May of next year? May
2nd and 3rd of next year, just when the weather actually is hospitable again in Toronto for people who are coming from warmer climates. Don't have to worry about that things Crumbs was talking about from up north with May 2 for snowfalls and stuff. Not done.
Jay, this has got to be exciting. Yo-Yo Dime's been around for a long time, man. I mean, have you even? You guys obviously have a lot planned out already, man. But I mean, how much time are you dedicating to working all this stuff out? I know that just even looking at venues and trying to get stuff arranged that way is a lot, man. How you guys working on this? Obviously, a lot.
Yeah, trying to definitely put the whatever time and effort in is needed to make it successful, for sure.
Yeah.
I know that just from talking, and you guys would know better than me because I'm not up in Canada, but before COVID, just talking to other artists up there, and probably you guys too, there were shows like this. I don't want to say all the time, but it seems like there was at least shows happening, and then they just kind of went away. I don't know how many are really going on there right now, man, but was that part of it, was just try to get that whole kind of local thing going again? I know that you said that with the the locals kind of have priority with it, which I think is great, man, if you're really trying to show off your area. But was that kind of the goal, to try to hopefully spark more shows like this?
Yeah, there's certainly a lot. There's not a lot, not a lot going on in Canada for sure.
Yeah, and I think part of it was like the shows that were happening before were largely gallery shows. Like the Toronto stuff was mostly, and they were awesome. I only ever really got to go to one because I was living in Montreal, except for when the last one happens. I like the sort of like the punk vibe of a zine fair for something like this. Like when Assembly Required was at the Grey Eagle, you were there, B, that year when I was there at the Grey Eagle, the previous venue. Like that vibe is sort of actually it's very similar to the space that we've got called the Transact Club, which is has been around for like over 50 years as an independent not-for-profit venue. And it was only the second venue that I looked at. And I was like, done. Like, I go there all the time for zine fairs and other events, right? So it was like, it just made sense. Just great fit, great neighborhood, all the things that you would want for a show like this. Like, hopefully lots of sidewalk traffic.
Hotel nearby.
What's that?
Hotel nearby.
Hotel nearby. Toronto's Little Korea is a 10-minute walk in one direction, and Chinatown is a 15-minute walk in the other. So if you want to get your bootleg, like Chinese bootleg toy on, you can go down there. There's lots of great independent, like sort of vintage stores all over the city, and we're going to put a map up, make a map for people who are visiting, right? So that it can help them out with that stuff.
Yeah, when I saw this, dude, I thought it was fucking perfect area. If anybody doesn't so if you've never been to Toronto, like they were saying, even right in here is going to be like a nice, beautiful area.
The market is nearby. Yeah.
Yeah, and you find weird treasures in like these weird places. Like if anything, if you're walking by somewhere, the weirder or more run down that store looks like, probably pop in there and check for fucking bootleg toys.
And I don't know if you're aware, Crumbs, but like Chinatown's becoming a booming place for like independent, like vintage, like sellers and stuff.
So if anything, there's this. Have you ever been to the Lucky's down there?
Yeah, I go to Lucky's all the time. But also in the basement of this old mall called the Chinatown Center, there's a vintage place called Level 1313 that's like their entire decor is kind of like a set from a Star Wars movie. On the floor above them, there's another business called Anime City that also sells vintage stuff that's like really rad. There's an amazing record store across the street called Sonic Boom that also sells like every reaction figure you could ever want. Further up College, there's a graffiti supply store. Half of the store is graffiti supplies, and half of the other side is like designer toys and like indie toys like Super 7 and other stuff like that called Collective. Like there's a lot of stuff nearby, and I just, the idea of being able to like, do it for the locals for sure, to get us all together, which is great, and that's really important, but also like bring other people here and show them like our scene and our community and our local culture, in the same way that like going to Philly, what did we do one night at Philly? We all went out for cheesesteaks, right? So we'll stake out some good poutine places for all of you.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, just try to be good hosts. That's really what all we're trying to do is just
maple syrup for everyone.
Yeah. Maple syrup and canned Saint Hubert poutine gravy for all.
And you said signups are starting when for that, or applications?
November 1st they
November
open.
1st, yeah. There we go.
And we will actually put together like a bunch of like reminders on the socials for that. You know, and they'll stay open until the 30th of December, and then after that we'll start sort of doing the jurying process and get everybody together, and hopefully just after assembly required we'll be able to let people know. Maybe before we'll let people know, but announcements certainly won't happen until after it's over, right? Because we'll also be at assembly required. So.
Oh damn! Wow, that's going to be a busy first half of the year for you guys next year.
Yeah. I'm still thinking about maybe going to Decon too next month. So.
Wow. Yeah, that is busy.
I like to shop. I'm like you, dude. Like, fill my bags to capacity. Let's go. Yeah.
There's so much good stuff out there, dude. It's too damn easy, right?
Yeah, and I'm just excited to be able to put it all in one room and then actually be able to sleep in my own bed that night while it's happening, you know?
Oh, dude, I would think that's a huge plus, man. I think that's the first thing that we always talk about when you're talking about a successful show for you or not. It's like, all right, well, are we really talking about, what are we talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are we talking about coming plus back with money? Well, then you got to figure in all this other stuff. And then that's where it really starts to, you know, flight, hotel, food, like that's it right there, you know, without having to do that. That's got to be exciting.
Yeah, but also just like the comfort of home while doing this instead of being on the road too, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, right on, Crumbs.
Go.
What that was, I'm like, wow, dude, what is that? I see what that is now. Sweet. Gentlemen, is there anything else you'd like to mention about this monumental event coming up next year? That's going to be something super cool. I don't know if people need to get their passports in order or what, but
if you're, do that.
Yeah.
Definitely do that. Hopefully the borders aren't closed.
We'll work something out. We'll work. I mean, there's
we'll rent a boat and smuggle you across Lake Erie.
Underground toy railroad. We'll get you here. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Toy railroad. There you go. Perfect. Dudes, thank you very much. Outlaw Plastic Syndicate. Everybody follow that page. They will have announcements coming up from here until the show comes up, I'm sure, in the next months. But signups, look for those coming up. Those are going to close at the end of the year this year. And that's going to be something, man. That's just with the Canadian artists. You three gentlemen, Crumbs, you better be there. But everybody's going to be, that's going to be fun, dude. That's going to be a fun time.
Yeah. We want to, like, I think we've talked a lot about what our goal is, and it's just to like build a space for everybody just to have a great time together for the weekend.
Yeah.
Job number one. Yeah.
Great setup. Thanks, dudes. We will check in with you. I'm sure several times before then, but thank you for being on and letting us talk about that and for that announcement, dude. That's super exciting.
Yeah, thanks for letting us on. I feel like I've been on here way too much.
That being said, you're out of here.
You can never be on too much. Let's be real. You can't be on too much.
That is going to be exciting, dude. Free admission. That's something that we didn't underline hard enough there. Free admission. Check that out, dude. Is to really just, and you know what, man, if you go back, I believe it was on one of our shows when we were talking before, and Yo-Yo Dine was talking about if he did a show like that, how they'd want it to go. And dude, he nailed it, man. Free admission, table prices, honestly, dirt cheap. Really focusing on the locals there.
Exactly
locals in Toronto or just in Canada. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude.
They really had all the T's crossed and the I's dotted. You know what I mean? They definitely nailed it, man. And like they hit it. The location's great. Yo-Yo Dine, of course, had like the exact rundown of like what you can see in those. I was probably not paying attention. I don't know if they mentioned Graffiti Alley, but honestly, being in summertime of Toronto, probably one of the nicest parts is just wandering. Like you come down here in winter, there's not a whole lot to be able to do, but in the summertime and in the nice weather, you can easily walk around, see a lot of art, see a lot of cool fucking toy stores or niche stores. Yes, as Scott Deming is saying, or Yo-Yo Dine is saying, please go to the website and sign up for the newsletter. It'll end up having all the details on there to keep you guys filled in. While we were chilling, not that I wasn't paying attention, but we did end up writing down the names of the people in the chat here tonight. So if you were hanging out with us, but you didn't get a chance to actually say anything, or you're more one of those quiet types, but you want in on the giveaway wheel, please just say a little hello and we'll toss you onto the list of names here. As it stands, we've got one fake name, Fuck Toys, 8-Bit Mike, Eric Fokers, Pedals, Brilliant Demon, Jazz Wizard, Lindsay Rapple, Yo-Yo Dine, Grace Skull, Toys and Tits, Zimmet, Pikmin's Toys, Paul D, Jason St. Paul, Doc Horror, Pope Toys, Dylan Clement, Dre, Porpoise, Mecha Ducky, Headcase Toys, Fletch, Roaming Bricks, Bliss Perceptor, Casey Ryback, I don't know. Abaddon 40, Folklorian, Sedan H, Ashley Alvarado. Sorry, guys. Tongue got knotted there. Oof. Hey, dude. I feel like we're gonna be done this, and I'm gonna just be spent. You know, we're gonna get off here. I'm gonna light a smoke and just lay back for a second. Just.
Did you want to look at some tabs? We didn't look at any tabs.
Oh, geez, yeah, you're right. We don't have any. Well, I mean, we've looked at a lot of tabs tonight, just not the tabs. Yeah. It's been a hot on night, man. Go.
That show, though, dude. That Toronto show, that is going to be something very cool.
Oh, it's insanely awesome, dude. And it better attract a whole bunch of you mother effers. I don't quite understand what the price of shipping or tariffs or all that stuff would look like. But it would be cool, too, to see some of you guys like ship stuff up, or have one of you guys, if you're coming down here, bring a bunch of other pieces of work with you, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Multi tables.
Yeah, straight up, dude. Those ones are super cool, man. Cash Brand had one at the last AR. That was very, very cool.
Before I sling open these tabs here, do you have anything from the mailman, mail woman, mail office, postal?
The people down there at the hellhole that I got to go to receive my mail. No. Yeah, I'll show a couple things. There's a couple. I think everybody got not everybody got these, but these were available recently. The Healy made Raiders. There was a silver, a gold, and kind of like a
Now, are they? I know sometimes they do the plated for the heads. Are they plated ones, or are they?
No.
Okay.
No, they're just regular, almost blanks, just in other colors. But they're cool, man. I mean, I like this figure in any style. But 3 more of those are going. Those are cheap, man. These are like $20-$25 on HealyMade.com. Check out the shop. I'm sure there might be still some of those left in there. A couple other things I'll show you from Healy Made. Here's a Quackula. Check out that one. That's a really cool marble Quackula right there. 3.75 resin. This is also in a vinyl, in more of like a 6-inch, 5.5-ish, 6-inch type figure. But that's cool. The last one that I'll show you is this one. This one is a little bit rare. Speaking of glow, check that out, dude. That is a little bit hard to see, but that's a Healy made. That was a different head that he had done, and it's got that Macaulay Culkin head on it, and then he did some original sculpt work on it. But that's a glow in the dark blank glow, which I don't know if you were to find one of those. I've never seen one of those on the secondary market before, but that's what that is. So yeah, not too much going on in the way of new things, but we always got a couple cool things to show. Yeah, Fletch, go back to the beginning of the episode, man. We were chatting about you when Hence came on.
Dude, all right, so tabbies,
tabby doos, let's do it, man.
Tabby doos. Bam, 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 bam. We talked about it a bit tonight. This is kind of, dude, they're all so good.
Bro, when you mentioned earlier, I I think you mentioned the ads. That one with that dumb, the first one. That's the one that first came to mind, and I'm just like, oh, that one right there. That's so bad.
See, I'd actually even be curious now. I know Dre has done one up as well. Where's the Dre one? Dre had like a drawing one. I really liked this one here by Cave Dweller.
That was sweet.
Right? It's like, for fuck's sakes, guys. But
That one,
I mean, where it's like, so I don't know who made all the different graphics for it, but fucking jokes, man. I'm enjoying seeing it unfold so far.
Yeah, and when we asked earlier how many were in that show, I think somebody said 70.
Somewhere in the 70s, they said, yeah.
That's a healthy number, man.
That's a healthy number. Yeah, fair. So that's going to be next Wednesday. We're going to be covering that one.
Yeah.
What else we got going on? Pikmin Vinyls. So they wanted us to give a quick little last minute shout out that signups are closing. Head on to the link in their bio. You'll see that there's actually a little link you can click on. You can get yourself signed up. But they're looking to have 40 artists in total. So if you guys haven't signed up yet and you're looking to get in on this, the whole premise of this show is going to be basically artists are going to be assigned another artist, and they're going to have to make a piece of that artist. So it's the Hey That's Me, an online art show where artists make each other into art.
Yeah, and I think what was also cool on that too was they said there's going to be a questionnaire sent to them. So if anybody's worried about getting paired up with somebody who they don't know, there's a questionnaire that will be sent to you to fill out, and then the artist that gets you will make a figure of you, which is pretty cool. That's going to be more like a Christmas show, right? December 16th.
December 16th, yeah.
Cool.
Give some time for people to actually make their pieces.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Jevaho Wizard.
Bro.
Busting out these fucking miraculous beasts.
Man.
One of those ones where it's like, where do you even look?
I know, dude. You know what I mean? I saw the wings and then I saw the feet, and I'm just like, God dang, dude. That is a freaking that whole line that he does, man. Every single one of them has just been banger after banger. That one is no exception. God damn, dude, that is so good.
That's so fun right here. This is fun as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's just fucking. And also, just so everybody knows too, like we're not marveling at like a one-off piece they've made here. We're looking at pre-orders. So this actually is going to be a pre-order. To get a spot on the list, you need to DM them on IG or via Facebook page. Once you do a deposit of 50%, which will end up being 75.5 pounds, is paid via PayPal. Your spot is secure. I'll build these first come, first serve. When your figure is ready to ship, it requires a second half plus shipping cost. So expect it to be about 10 to 12 weeks.
Damn.
And this is all you get here. A fully articulated figure, 5.5 inches. Figure comes with removable hand claw accessories, cloth skirt, and flexible butterfly wings. Body parts are cast with marbled effect and color combo, which make every figure unique and has a glow-in-the-dark feature. Card package was resealable blister, 100% handmade, cast and hand-painted by hand. Oh, dang it! That's sexy as shit. Sorry.
Golly. Man. Edition of 20. Now he hence was saying that I do like to open pieces, dude. I'll say right now that I think the carded 5.5s that I've got from Jevaho, I've left those in because they're just. I mean, I'll say that for any piece that has like a really dope backer where I think it really is a part of the piece. There is some stuff that I keep, packaged up. But dude, god dang, look at that, just so beautiful. Good. And you know what? I can tell right there, right? You can see it's got that sliding backer where it's got the tabs on the left, right, and bottom. And then down into it. That's smooth, man. I like that.
I can't get over that fucking. Anyways. I've never stared at tits this long, I don't think, in my life, man. I'm not a boob dude, and yet here I am just fucking like.
Yeah. You could easily go, wow, look at the detail on the cross straps across the chest area.
I think that's what does it, and especially once it glows. Because otherwise you're on the wings, but the moment you see it like this, you're like, oh. The real Bernhardt, actually, and you were actually sharing this with me. So last week they got a package from our homie Nostalgia Toys. He'd scanned and shrunk down one of their favorite zombie head sculpts. And this is what ended up kind of coming out of that, actually.
Yeah, dude, and that head right there, that's from a. I'm gonna grab something real quick.
Do it. Well, these will be on the shop on Friday for anybody interested. While B goes and grabs something, but of course, super glowy. Reminds me very much of that like ghoul figure that I have dancing in front of the grave that Von Fake did. To be honest.
Yeah, this is another one from Bernhardt, dude. This is God, dude, this is solid resin too, dude. Like the head I don't know, man. The head might be a little bit rotocast, I don't know, but this is the arms are articulated with like this got like these deep sunken in magnets. Anyways, the sculpt on this, the head is the same head. It's just in a smaller scale on those new pieces. This I believe is actually from a comic book drawing from back in the maybe 50s, 60s, something like that, just from the research that I've done. But Bernhardt always comes correct, dude. He's got some really cool shit. And I thought I just saw today or yesterday, he started his 30 Ghosts of October again. So those are all one-off ghosts that he does. There's 30 different ones. If you're familiar with that ghost, man, that's a really cool figure to fill up. That's from the old school Scooby-Doo series. That ghost, it's wide, and you can fit a lot of cool shit in there, man. So, I mean, he does these every year, and I think they sell out within minutes. It's a one-off every day for 30 days, I believe. And I think the last 2 years, all of them, they just go super fast. That one, I saw that one 2 minutes after it was posted. He gone already. So set your alarms if you're looking to score one of those.
I kind of dazed off there. Sorry, you said it's kind of wide and fit a lot in there, and I just started thinking about Jazz's mom. I couldn't stop.
Oh God, that's so bad, dude.
Sorry, dog.
But anyways, yeah, Bernhardt, man, check those out. I'm sorry, and yeah, I think you said that other drop was on Friday, correct?
On the Friday, yeah, that's gonna be these guys here on the Friday.
Yeah, yep, those are cool.
And Hobo Toys dropping Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern. Could be a drop of the new Hobo design. What issue does this mark at this point? Is this number?
Well, there was one, and then I thought there was this number 2?
I thought this would be number 3.
See, that's what I thought too. Was that 1 or 2?
This is 2. And number 1 was the ghoul face one. This guy.
Yes, exactly. Number 2 though, dude. I don't think I have that one. Maybe I do.
You're slacking.
I know, but I think I ordered it for sure, man. Oh, you know what, dude? I'm hella dumb. I'm looking at that shit right now. It's on my coffee table.
Oh
anyway,
my God.
You should get that one too.
Look at Hobo Toys chiming in, number 3. Fuck you, Dre.
Boom.
Sorry.
Yeah, number 3. Yeah, there goes number 2. Bam. But number 3, that's a great zine, man. That like the quality is really good. The size is really good. There's more stuff besides just toy stuff in there. There's some cool little stories and articles that Hobo has done. It's well worth every single freaking red cent that is charged for that thing. $25 shipped. Come on.
Right?
Easy
That's
money.
Insane. You see this guy?
I did see that dude, Magitarius.
He's so fun looking. This team is so fucking talented, man.
Agreed, dude.
Legends in our scene. Like they will definitely be people who their pieces go down and people are trying to find them and collect them years after still.
Yeah, dope. Mushroom Safubi.
Yeah. No date on the release yet, but coming soon. They just finished painting the first run, so fuck yeah. Anybody who's got the newsletter, you're already aware, you're in on it. Those of us on, we're gonna have to wait and just see what the hell happens with those posts. Also thought these were fun. It made me think of the fact that Gam Jam is gonna be coming soon as well. But Barely Human Art and Rosanna Jam have these little burger guys. I couldn't find this original sculpt anywhere where I went scrolling down their page. So they're gonna be bringing a little wave of these over to Japan. Otherwise, grab yours at MDK Safubi Fest. What else we got? Game Jam 4. There we go. So
Yeah.
Banana Poons, we've been talking about this one for quite a while now. Game Jam 4, October 4th. And it's going to be in Portland, Oregon at the Lloyd Mall. So, of course, if anybody's actually looking for something fun and exciting to be doing, head on over there. It's going to be on October 4th, which I believe is actually this Saturday. Sure is.
Yeah, correct, dude. That's going to be a good one, dude. That's one I should, that's not all that far away from me. I mean, it is, but it's not. That would be a good one, man. I've heard nothing but great things about that.
Well, and they've been teasing pieces for like a month now, and some of the ones have been teasing. It's just like the Wonder Goblin one. You're looking, being like, God dang it, you guys collaborate with fucking really talented folks.
Yeah. Ooh, those are sick.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Anyways, well worth it, I would imagine, to go down there. In the very least, with toy people, man, it's always nice meeting some of your own kind in person as well. So, at the very least, if you're close enough to go and see that, or go and hang out at the Game Jam, hit up that Lloyd Mall, get your hands on some goodies. And you actually mentioned this at the start of the show, Gloopy Goblin has a couple of these guys, the brand new vinyl toy, Henchman Dracula. I'll admit, I was bouncing between their page and the store today trying to figure out if it was an all brand new original sculpt, or if it was, because that's how my brain works. I needed to know. So it looks like it's all brand new original sculpt and vinyl on this. Like, it's not as if they've put like a new head and a new cape on this guy. Like, they're completely different toys. If anybody was wondering.
Yeah, and the other ones, the multicolored ones, those are small. The other little pieces that we showed, I think I showed one on here.
Hey, I'll look whatever toys I want.
Oh, 7-inch on that one.
I'm a little like, can't be telling me not to lick this shit. I'll lick whatever the fuck I want.
Who said not to lick the
I've just never seen that on an actual one. We always have like the adult collectible, like expect
do not
or treat with respect and all that shit. This is straight up like, yo, don't fucking lick my art, bitch.
Yeah, well, you could. It might not taste great, but there you go.
I do what I want. Whatever. Sorry, some will get that, some won't. We'll see.
Oh man. All right. Giveaway time, yeah?
I think giveaway time. And to be fair, I think I've given everybody a reasonable chance to chime in, that if they were watching, to give me their info and let me know that they were watching. So I think the numbers we have are the numbers we have.
Yeah, and apologies for the giveaway format tonight. It was a little jumbled.
Whatever. We got there.
Yeah, but we're good. We got a good amount of people in there. There was a good amount of people watching the show tonight, so appreciate that. Hence the meet. He's the man. This stuff's coming directly from him. I think and this is the other thing that it was coming with, right? Was the plastic vomit creature, carded creature figure to kick off October here on the show. We'll do some other Halloween themed stuff next week, possibly. Oh man, that's gonna be a tough one, dude. How are we gonna squeeze a giveaway in next week with 70 artists to cover and about 100 pieces? I don't know. We may have to wait on that.
Yeah, I just show up, bro.
Yeah, we just show up. We just talk till we're done.
Yeah, I just show up. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Cool. So we got, how many people were in there, did you say, good sir?
We have 29. 29 on the old wheelie dealy this evening.
That's pretty good. That's more than we've had on some where we leave the question up for a day or two.
I would agree. Yeah, it's on par. So you guys actually, those of you who chime in on the post, apparently actually watch. Fuck yeah.
Hey, now.
Oh my god.
Good luck, everybody. This is for the Hence the Meat package and the creature figure from Plastic Vomit. This is going to be number 12. 1-2. Number 12. Pikmin Finals. You dirty dog.
Is that 2 weeks in a row?
Oh, was it 2 weeks in a row? If it wasn't 2 weeks in a row, it was 2 weeks very close to each other. So
fair. I want to say it was in a row.
It could be. It could be.
Oh my gosh, Paul G. Yeah, we're giving away every single piece we pull up next week. We'll fucking twist the artist's arm into putting it in there for a giveaway.
You're going to give this away, and it's going to be for free. Now, that's the stipulation. No, 100 pieces, man. We've got close to that before. We did a Christmas show a few years ago. That was just stupid.
Oh, yeah. That was ridiculous, man.
Remember that, dude? I think we gave away like, I don't
You're absurd.
30 pieces or some stupid shit like that. That was fun.
Very weird.
Cool. Right on. Yeah, Yo-Yo Dine. Thanks, dude. Everybody who came on tonight, man, hence to meet, follow him, buy some threads, take a look at all of his stuff. He's got a ton of shit going on. Plastic, Outlaw Plastic Syndicate. Sign up for the newsletter. Follow along. That's going to be a great show in Canada next year. That'll be a fun time, dude. Toronto's going to be a fun place to be next May, I believe, correct?
Right.
Next week, we got is it Werewolf or Wolfman?
Wolfman.
Wolfman. W for Wolfman
Yeah.
next week. That'll be fun. That'll be a long show. Bring some coffee.
Yeah, always do. 2 hours and 1 minute. Let's let these yahoos get on with their night, my dude.
Peace.
The double deuce.